Class, how are you today? In our last unit, we dealt with the present continuous. In other words, we dealt with actions coinciding with the moment of speaking, something which is very important for you because these kind of actions we use every day, every minute. At the end of the unit, I gave you a text, The Changing Family. And I remember I told you that I was looking forward to seeing what solution you would have for Steve and Judy, this married couple. So I would like to hear now several opinions. First, about which is the most serious problem for Judy and Steve, and secondly, the solution you have for that problem. Come on. Right, so for you, the most serious problem Judy and Steve are having is that they don't have a lot of free time together. That's very good. That is a big issue. So accordingly, what solution do you have for that problem? Your solution is for Steve to try and find a job as a computer programmer in the hospital where Judy works. That is a very smart move. All right, another one. So for you, the most serious problem is that one of their children, Ben, is spending a lot of time in front of that TV. That's also a big issue. And the solution for that? Ben will begin doing a sport that can be a combat sport or basketball or baseball or tennis, whatever. Very good. So he will begin doing a sport. And what about another one? Josh. Josh, who has a lot of freedom. And he's listening to loud music. Good. So what is the solution you propose for that? The same as for Ben. So Josh will also be doing a sport, basketball, tennis, whichever. All right. So I gave you another piece of homework whereby you had to look up in the internet some information about some countries, specifically African countries. Question number one, how many countries are there in Africa? Come on. Yes, there are 54 countries in Africa, according to the United Nations, recognized by the United Nations. Good. Question number two, how many English-speaking countries are there in Africa? There are 11. For example, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana. Well, let me tell you that in Africa, Uganda is said to be the best English-speaking country. I mean, Uganda is recognized as the country with the greatest proficiency in using English, all right? Question number three, how many Spanish-speaking countries are there in Africa? How many? There is only one, which is Equatorial Guinea. And number four, are there any French-speaking countries in Africa? Yes. For example, Madagascar, Senegal, and Ivory Coast. Very good. You see? So you have talked about countries that exist in Africa. And this is precisely what we will be talking about in this unit. I mean, we will be talking about existence, all right? So, to begin with, let's use this handout. Alright? You will have to work simultaneously with page 61 and with page 62 because you will ask these questions about the building on page 61. So look at this. This woman is talking with the man. Her question is there a stove in the kitchen? So can you tell me the answer according to the building on page 61? The answer? Yes, there is. Very good. And in the second picture we have two women talking. The question is, are there any children in the building? Can you tell me the answer the woman gives? Yes, there are. Very good. So, let me give you this vocabulary that you might not know, and you will answer the question, the questions on the left and the questions on the right. So be careful with the use of there is, there are. Okay, let me give you some time. Yes, for example, question number 2, come on. Is there a, number 3, is there a superintendent in the building? Yes, there is, very good. And from the second column, come on, number 13. Are there any broken windows in the building? Yes, there are. Very good. Very good. So now let's do the second part of this activity in which you will use there are together with how many. Look at the question here. How many rooms are there in the apartment? And in this case, the woman is going to ask the landlord using how many? For example, rooms in the apartment, floors in the building, closets in the bedroom, and windows in the living room. So let me give you some time. Are you ready? Yes. Well, you see, in today's class, you have used there is and there are to talk about existence, as I told you at the beginning of the class. Right? Now I have a question to conclude. When do we use there is and when do we use there are? Come on. Very good. We use there is in singular and we use there are in plural. Alright, for homework, this is what I have. You're going to answer these questions about yourself, about your city or your town. Is there a shopping mall in your city or town? Are there any small stores in your city or town? Tell about stores where you live. For example, supermarket, department store, butchery, greengrocery, or drugstore. Alright? So this is for homework. This is all for today. And I invite you all to visit my blog here, where you will find an explanation in Spanish of the contents I deal with here in these videos, as well as a Spanish translation of the examples and additional activities for you to do. Thank you.